Hello, good afternoon. Today we're going to make a table in Word, show you how to do that. To make it nice and pretty so you can have in your lab reports or extended essays, individual investigation reports or whatever. So I have some data here of something. Let's assume I've grown maybe algae cells and some sodium chloride solutions. Here are the number of cells I have per the different salinity levels. So now I'm going to make a table in Word because that makes a much clearer way and much more professionally looking way to present your data. So this you should have in your results section, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So you go to this insert up here. I have Swedish, so it's going to say info instead. And in here we have the possibility to make a table. And just when you click that, you get to choose how many rows you want to have and how many columns you want to have. You can adjust this afterwards as well, so it's not a big deal, but it's nice to start with the correct number. So let's look here. I need to have a heading row for cells per milliliter, and I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns. So 1 row, 2 rows, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 by 7 table. I can only make 7 by 6 for now, but we can extend this by putting the cursor in here and clicking insert row beneath, and here insert and go column to the right. So very easy. Place the cursor inside, right click, and then you get the drop down menu, and you can make choices here. Now I'm going to start here adding my headings to the top, and then so I'll do that first. I'll put the sodium chloride in percent, and the unit is very important here, and then the values, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And look how small these cells are. If I do this in Sheet, for example, I will get much larger cells, which for me makes the table take way more space than it needs to. And then I'm going to put here the other variable, which is cells per milliliter. So that can actually be, of course, cell density. And the unit here would be cells per milliliter. Now, of course, now you see that this is way super bulky now. This drops down into 3 different rows. So we want to place this on the whole upper row, basically. So to do that, we mark all the different cells, right click, and then there's this function here to merge the rows. Now you see that it is placed very nicely like that. We also have one up here where you don't necessarily need to make anything. We can get this to disappear later, but you can also merge these two if you want, but you actually don't have to. Then I'm going to put the row legends here, saying that these are headings here, that these are the 5 different replicates. This column should show the average, and the last one should show the standard deviation. Now, unfortunately, you do have to put all these values in by yourself. It may work to do a little bit like that. No, it will not. So you do need to write all the values in yourself. This is the most arduous part, but is this really difficult? I don't know. I would say no, but that's me. Hope you're all having a nice day otherwise. This is going to take just a few more seconds. 138, 161, 155. Look, super fast. And then 5, oops. And then 15, 22, 24, 27, and 36. Now the averages, I left these here in case you don't know how to do averages in Excel, but I assume you do. Then you just go equals here, and then you write your function. In English it would be average, but then I have Swedish once again, so it's just medel. Double click that thing, and then right click the the boxes that I have the values that I want to calculate the mean for. And then I click this cell, put my cursor down here in the little green box, and you see it turns into a black cross, and I pull down, and it's going to do the same thing for all the other ones. And once again, I'm going to do also for standard deviation, and here I get two options. stdav.s is the one you want, because that's for a sample, not a population. This is a sample we have. Right click, mark the ones I'm going to calculate for, and then drag down. Now, I'm gonna, don't want to show that. I'm gonna need to, you don't want to show more decimals in these ones than you basically have here. So that should be the same. So I'm gonna have to do some rounding. Actually, you could potentially get away with doing 1 decimal here for averages. So I'll do that for all of them. 109.8, 109.2, and then 30.8. This is going to be 38.8, 15.5, 8.9, 8.3, and then 10.8. Okay, starting to look good, right? Now, so this is starting to look like a table now. I have all the values in here. Now you can make this even more professional by removing all the grid lines in here. And where did it go? Yeah, this one. But only, we do want to have a grid line at the bottom. So now that I've removed them all using this function up here and checking the one that was no lines, now we can go to the bottom row and do the bottom line on that one only. Boop. And the top one, the top row. Wait. I want to do the upper. And this one, I want to do the bottom as well. And this is how it would look on a scientific paper. Now, on top of your table, you need to have a table legend. That should start with a number, and then it should show what this is. So the density of cells of Euglena gracilis after invarious salinity. Let's say after 7 days of cultivation in different salinity levels. And that would be this table. So that's would be a very nice way to present this. Yeah, there are other things you can do. You can do like always left a line here, and then always mid a line for everything else. Oh my God. Mid line for these. Center adjust for this. Wait. And then right adjust for these. That's also possible to make it look really nice if you want. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Have a nice day.